Hi everyone, we're doing a little bit of container gardening today, but we had a little aside. So we're continuing our series with our window box and styling it with evergreens. This is part 3 that we're bringing you of 4. So we wanted to transition my daughter Hannah's window box through the season, so 4 times this year, using some nice little evergreens and working around them. So I want to bring you the video because it's fall and we love decorating for the seasons and holidays, but we had a little surprise as I started working on the window boxes. So I just want to quickly tell you about that. So I was cleaning out the box and at the very end I came across a snake, and it was just a little garter snake. Well, actually it was a big snake. But it really startled me, and you all may know that I have a bit of a fear of snakes. So I was really surprised, and I'm absolutely crushed that yes, they can get in containers and window boxes, but I also scared my grandson Jonathan a little bit. Sadly, I hope I didn't cause too much trauma. We tried to have a little fun with it after. And we ended up calling a friend to remove the snake, and by the time he got there, the snake was gone, and we found that it was actually hiding. It had made a nice little home behind the window box. So we have some pictures here of the whole fiasco, but he relocated it, brought it to the backyard. We have a big debris pile back there, and I don't know if it's going to stay there, if it's going to end back up in the window box. Stay tuned. So then we continued with our window box styling, and I'm going to walk you through that. Had a little bit of fun doing some fall decorating, so hopefully you will enjoy our video today. Here we are at my daughter's Hannah, and this is the window box with the evergreens. And there's my grandson Jonathan that's helping out. He loves helping out with gardening projects. But we clean everything out around the evergreens because the purpose of this year's videos with this container is to keep the evergreens and work around them. And it's really helped on the budget as well because they're filling up quite a lot of space. So the evergreens are arborvitae rhinegold, and I'm just about to the snake. Funny thing is, Jonathan's talking about the snake because it was living in the hydrangeas, and you may have seen the hydrangea video pruning and drying your endless summer hydrangeas that we put out in August, and I mentioned it, and there it is. Hopefully it's the same one. Okay, so we regrouped, and now what I'm doing is trimming up the evergreens. They've put on quite a bit of growth. If you look back at part 1 when we first planted them, they're quite a bit smaller. So now is a great time to shear them or prune them because they are taking up quite a bit of room in this box here. We want to make room for some cool weather mums and embellishments here. And remember, we're going to be leaving these for the winter too. So if you are going to prune your evergreens, now is the time before the temps start dropping. So this is kind of our last chance to shape them up before the weather is too cold to do that. So you have the option here. You can see there's a couple vines that we're thinking about working around. You have the option of leaving them because the Swedish ivy and the variegated ivy on the left there will do great in the cool weather. Or there's another option, and if you stay tuned to the end of the video, you'll see what we decided to do with one of them at least. Okay, so now we want to soup up this soil a little bit. So because we've had summer annuals in here, the soil is a bit depleted. So we're just adding some amendments, and it's just a granular fertilizer, and we're tossing it under. So it's slow release, so this is going to carry us right through the fall. And here we are with our mums. Now notice we are using tiny mums. And we do have some larger mums. They're 8-inch. They're fabulous, but they're much too large for this project. So this is going to give us a little flexibility in placement, and we're going to get some more color in here because we're going to be able to add a few. I believe we have 6 total here. And we want our matching on the ends. And these are just budded, but we also have purple. So it's the color combination is the yellow, white, and some purple. Okay, so now we are going back and filling in around our plants with some compost. And remember, we're trying to not disturb our little evergreens. So preserve them, and we're just being careful around their roots. This window box has been so much fun and also budget friendly because the biggest expense was honestly the soil that we started off with in the beginning of the season and our evergreens. Okay, now the fun part, we have some fall embellishments. So some little pumpkins from my garden. I was lucky enough that those reseeded themselves this year. So Jonathan and I had fun picking those for this project. We're just going to scatter them along the front so they really show up there. Okay, I also like to bring a little bag of goodies. So I have some twigs here which I'm essentially using as floral picks because we have some burlap ribbon that I am loving this year. You may have seen it in another fall container that we just did last week. It's easy to work with because it is a little bit stiff, so you can bend it around and make it look a little more natural here. So we're just going to place it first, and then we're going to go through with our twigs, aka handmade floral picks. As I said, this is budget friendly here. Jonathan had fun helping gather these little twigs too. And now we're just pinning the ribbon down. Okay, also in my bag of goodies, I have this little artificial fall leaf garland here. And I'm just going to put this along the front just to get a little more of the fall colors in. And I've got some wire. And I'm just going to make little pins or twist ties here. And I'm going to secure the garland, the artificial garland, into the box. So I'm just cutting it in 6 or 8 inch lengths, and I'm going to attach it here to the ribbon, which has been staked down with our little twig floral picks. Okay, as promised, I wanted to show you what we decided to do with an ivy. Hannah recycled it for an indoor houseplant. So that was a lot of fun. So we're all set here. Here we are. It was easy, it was budget friendly, and we're loving using these evergreens and incorporating them into some seasonal interest in this fun window box.